Hi everyone, this is your English 1A instructor. My name is Pürnur Özbirinci. My name is really hard to pronounce and to spell. That's why you can call me Dr. Oz. I do have a PhD in English literature, and I've been with the SRJC since 2014, I believe. Um, I'm really hoping for a wonderful semester. Here are some highlights. Remember, this is an online class, but we're here to help. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me or your peer-assisted learning specialist, your pals, Frida Rivas. These are our contact information. You can always use Pronto. Please, throughout the semester, I will have weekly announcements. Make sure to check my weekly announcements. And of course, read through the homepage, read through the syllabus. Now, the syllabus is going to be a little long, and I will come back and refer to it frequently. Please understand that I do have a grading contract, so I want you to make sure to take a look at all these pages and save this syllabus, because you will need to refer to it multiple times throughout the semester. You don't need to purchase any material. Everything will be given to you on Canvas. Please read through my personal statements, my linguistic statements, equity statements. These are some of the units, what we will do throughout the units. Please make a copy of this calendar right here. So when you're on this page, and when you click on that little arrow, you will be able to see this. This is the calendar that I'm going to follow, hopefully very closely throughout the semester. If I have to change something, you will be notified again through announcements. Make sure to keep an eye on that. And any changes that I have to make will be for your benefit. So keep that in mind. I'm not going to put you in any sort of like last minute assignment that you have to complete. Now, as you can see, weeks 1 and 2, this is like a little checklist of what you're supposed to do each week, every 2 weeks mostly. I usually have 2 to 3 weeks. As you can see, week 3, 4, and 5 are combined together, and you're expected to go through all these assignments in 3 weeks. Now, looks little, but it has a lot of big assignments, like the personal narrative that you're supposed to be writing. So I need you to know what is coming ahead from the first week of like week 3, so that you're preparing, and when week 5 hits, you're ready to submit your assignments. Week 6, 7, and 8, we're going to go into Noodle Tools, which is which is like Easy Bib. It's a citation tool. It's free from SRJC to you because you're SRJC students. And I'm going to ask you to learn how to use Noodle tools so that it will help you in all your classes, not just this English 1A class, all your classes throughout your education. I have videos. I'm going to ask you to take maybe a workshop from the library to really understand the gist of what Noodle tools can help you do. Towards the end of March, throughout April, as you can see, we're going to watch the 3-part documentary, The Untold History of Latinos. And then again, you're going to write an essay on it. And finally, we're going to end with a research annotated bibliography, where you will end up using Noodle tools again to create that annotated bibliography. Again, I will make sure to provide really solid videos to help you go through. So make sure to watch my videos, okay? I'm not going to waste your time, believe me. So this is your grading contract. We will explain this later in the semester too, but understand that all the assignments are complete, incomplete. Every assignment has a rubric that you must fulfill. Anything that you're missing, you get an incomplete. Now, when you get an incomplete, I will ask you to revise and resubmit the assignment. All right. And everything you do for the semester, even when you get complete notes from your assignments, you have to revise for the end of semester e-portfolio. All right. So these are some of the assignments that you will be asked to revise and to have for the end of semester e-portfolio. And we will talk about this e-portfolio. There will be little tiny assignments helping you prepare for the e-portfolio, the final e-portfolio throughout the semester, some samples. And of course, integrity is very, very important. Please read through the policies, AI policy, plagiarism policy, and academic honesty at SRJC. Now, when you're on Canvas, I expect you to follow Canvas modules, right? So here's a tip. When you guys are on your dashboard on Canvas, you are usually using this like recent activity or list view. Now, this is only giving you the assignments that are that have like a due date. So these are some of the assignments you're supposed to be completing, right? To-do list. However, I really want you to use this card view. This card view will help you with all these assignments, and you're going to see that once I publish this, you're going to have everything under modules, right? I want you to make a habit of checking modules along with the calendar that I created for you, so that you're going to see everything needs to be checked off. I know the first 2 weeks, week 1 and 2, looks a little heavy, but you must understand, like, these 10 assignments here, they're not assignments, they're actually support, asking you to go deeper into Canvas, learning about the syllabus, and then you go into the welcome survey, the discussion, who I am, our shared norms. Read, when I say read content, you don't have anything attached to it. You don't have an assignment attached to it, but I expect you to read through it, right? To understand what this assignment is about. And this is really nice handouts that you might use in all your classes. Some student activities that involves you understanding how to use the library resources. So I need you to go through this website really well and complete this assignment. Please understand that when I'm asking you to submit a paragraph, I expect you to have the tell me, show me, so what format in all your in your paragraph. So you're going to see under the important resources what the tell me, show me, so what paragraph is about. A topic sentence, great show me examples, the proof, and then so what is like a concluding sentence that completes the paragraph, right? So anytime you get confused, please let me know. I do have some annotation assignments which will ask you to utilize a hypothesis. Now, hypothesis, let me put this in view, student view. Hypothesis is requires you to come down here. This is a tool that will help you annotate this assignment. This assignment is asking you to take at least 4 actions. An action is 3 to 4 sentences summarizing the information and then responding to an information. When you're responding to an information, it could be like, wow, this is really interesting for this reason. So I want you to clarify why you find that information that you just summarized interesting or confusing. It could be like, wait, I don't understand what this is saying. This is confusing me because of this reason. And then maybe you can ask questions to the group. Wonders or things that you want to research further. And then connections, right? You can make connections to, oh my gosh, I read this or I watched a movie that talked about this issue, and tell us what that is about. So each annotation requires you to write 3, 4 sentences clarifying the section that you're going to talk about. If you get this, you need to add your, because this is, because I'm not a student. Actually, let me leave the student view and show you how to do this. Here we go. You load the assignment as you're reading. Remember, I need you to take 4 actions. And once you start reading, you have to go all the way to the top. You could be like, "Ooh, robots and machines can do many things, but they struggle to compete with humans." And then you sort of annotate by clicking this. You highlight the section, you annotate. And then remember, once you annotate, you can add pictures, you can create links, summarize the information. The author is telling us that robots can do many things, but they can never be like humans. However, I don't know if this is true. There's so many advancements, or, this is my response to it, right? That my reaction to what I just learned from this writer. Your 4 W's, wows, wonders, ways, or I forget the 4th one, but you got this, okay? And remember, post to this discussion group, right? Don't forget to post. If you don't post your annotations, they won't show up, right? Well, I will be working with you throughout the semester. Like I said, I'm here to make sure you succeed. Don't forget. Take care.